I completed a surgery and apologized to my daughter and Justin for an emergency. Meanwhile, Justin schemes to remove a troublesome colleague, Raymond, and Cherry and Pete plan a romantic surprise for me. Separately, Joel discovers a DNA match to the influential Marsten family, while Tina York bitterly arranges for me to be watched. What is the connection between me and the Marsten family? Will Tina cause any harm to me and my family? Will me and Justin go out yet again? Joel was striding down the hospital corridor towards Ian's room. "Uncle Ian," Joel said, forcing a calm into his voice as he pulled up a chair. Ian turned, a flicker of surprise in his eyes. "Joel, you're back. Did you—" "I have some preliminary results," Joel began, choosing his words carefully. "Not definitive yet, but interesting." He paused, observing Ian closely. "Uncle, I was thinking about some old family history. The Marsten family. Do you remember them? Any connections between them and Yvette's side?" Ian's eyes narrowed, a subtle tension entering his posture. "The Marstens?" he repeated slowly, a distant look entering his gaze. "They were a very private family, powerful in their own way. Why do you ask?" Joel leaned forward, his voice softer, more probing. "Just some old business records I came across. Their name popped up in connection with some of Yvette's early ventures. Anything you can recall about their relationship? Was it purely business or—" Ian sighed, his gaze drifting to the ceiling. "Yvette had many acquaintances, Joel. She was a force of nature. Not everyone was. Simple. The Marstens were complicated, but business for Yvette often meant more than just money. It was about principles, about ideals." He paused, a flicker of pain in his eyes. "Why are you digging into this, Joel? It's ancient history." "Just tying up loose ends, Uncle," Joel lied smoothly, his eyes never leaving Ian's face. He knew Ian was holding back. The depth of Yvette's secrets, it seemed, was far greater than he had ever imagined. Tina York sat in a cramped, nondescript office, a stark contrast to the sprawling university facilities she had so recently commanded. Her medical license, her professorship, her entire career, all stripped away. And it was all Nora Smith's fault, or Athena's. She pulled out a burner phone, its screen a dull glow in the dim room, and typed a series of rapid commands. A name flashed across the screen, Shadow. "I have a new assignment," Tina typed, her fingers pressing hard against the glass. "That woman, Nora Smith. I want her watched. Every move, every contact, every whispered secret. I want to know everything about her life, her vulnerabilities, her connections." A reply pinged back instantly. "Details. Price." Tina's lips curled into a cold, triumphant smile. She just accepted a new postgraduate student, Lisa Black. Find any dirt on that girl. Any academic struggles, any personal weaknesses. Undermine her. Make Nora Smith's decision to mentor her look like a grave error. She paused, then added, "Price is no object. My only currency now is her downfall. I want to ruin her just as she ruined me, and I want it to be spectacular." A confirmation message arrived. The first step towards her revenge had been taken. The hum of the recovery room was a soothing balm after the intensity of the operating theater. I peeled off my gloves, a quiet satisfaction settling over me. The child was stable, the surgery a success. Director Shaw, his face etched with relief, offered a genuine smile. "Excellent work, Dr. Athena. Truly remarkable." I nodded, acknowledging his praise, but my mind was already elsewhere. The exhaustion, a familiar companion after long procedures, was beginning to set in. I needed sleep. Later, back in the quiet sanctuary of my room at the Anderson mansion, I finally allowed myself to open the email from Lily. The DNA report. The one about my own unique intelligence genes and the deeper implications of my lineage. My fingers trembled slightly as I clicked the attachment. A strange mix of curiosity and apprehension washed over me. Meanwhile, at the Hunt Manor, Justin sat in his study, a half-eaten sandwich forgotten on his desk. He pulled out his phone, a determined glint in his eye. He dialed my number. "Nora," he began, his voice a careful blend of casualness and underlying hope. "About that date. Are you free for lunch tomorrow? Or dinner? Or anything?" I could almost hear him trying to sound nonchalant. Pete and Cherry, oblivious to the complexities of adult romance, were in the next room, their small voices conspiring. "Mommy said she's busy," Pete whispered, his brow furrowed. "But Daddy's really trying," Cherry countered, her voice full of conviction. "We need a new plan, something that makes them have to be together." Pete's eyes lit up. What if we accidentally get locked in a room together? Cherry giggled. Perfect. The next afternoon, I decided to take a short drive, perhaps to a quiet park, to clear my head. As I approached a less crowded intersection, waiting for the light to change, a sudden, bright flash erupted from a nearby parked car. It was quick, almost imperceptible, but my heightened senses registered it instantly. A camera, a long lens, and a figure, half hidden in the shadows of the car, quickly pulling back. My heart pounded. This wasn't paranoia. I was being watched, actively. And as the light turned green, a chilling realization washed over me. The shadows were closing in. The threat wasn't just lurking in the shadows anymore. It was closing in, its eyes fixed on me. My life, my children's safety felt more precarious than ever. Who was behind the lens, watching my every move? What did they want, and how far would they go to get it? And with shadows closing in from every direction, could I truly protect myself and my children from the invisible enemies tightening their grip?
Hi, Nora here. If you are wondering what happens next, then download the Pocket FM app and listen to the exciting episodes of Saving Nora Now with the link in the description.